Hello, you're welcome to this video. My name is Shedrach. On this video, I'm going to show you how to migrate your site out of either our server, or maybe you have a current server that's running a VTU website based on advanced, basic advanced telecom business. Now you want to now move your website to a different server, right? You want to actually migrate your server. This video is going to be a little bit technical, so stick around with me on this very video. Now, the reason for doing this video is due to some demands. Okay, some of our clients may think that, okay, sir, please, I want to move my website, or better still, you are on a current hosting company that do not actually give you what you needed. So this video is going to give you a step-by-step guide on how to achieve that. So I may be a little bit details on the process, but some technical steps requires you are the one to do it. Okay. Now, for you to migrate a VTU website that is built based on VTPress, okay, this is actually what this video is all about. There are some certain things you need to get right. Now, you can do that migration by cPanel to cPanel, but sometimes the company that you are moving to may not even have the knowledge of how VTPress is coded. So that way you may be able to have issues along the line. So there are some certain things you need to get right. So which are we likely explain in this video. So let's start up with the training properly. Now, the first thing we need to get right is one, the UI of the system. You need to maintain that, which is include your logo, your banner, your images and text, and also prices. So some certain things that are needed to be get right during your migration process. Another thing that is very important is your user. Okay, if you go to user now, you'll be able to see that you have several users on the system, and these users also has database, right? They have account balances and all that, and you want to maintain it from on your new website. So this is very, very important for you to get right. So follow me along with this training while I proceed. Now, if you are new to the channel, this is Legit Cash Business TV. What we do on this channel, what I do is that I share technical tutorials like this, and also how to make money online by cryptocurrency, VTU technology, mobile app development, online business general. So do it to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share it for more people to learn a little bit about technical development as regards to WordPress. Now, you should know here that VTPress is built upon WordPress, right? So I've covered a series of training tutorials. If you go to the playlist, you'll be able to see where I talk about the administrative management system, but I have not dived into technical videos like this, which I want to explain to you. You may ask yourself, okay, Shedrach, why are you doing all these videos? Why don't you leave it so that people can be demanding for such services? The reason for doing all this video is this. We are moving on, right? We are moving out from VTPress as it stands now because of the fact that we have a better alternative solutions that is working fine. Okay, so we are still in support of VTPress as it stands now, but right now we are gradually moving out of VTPress due to a lot of reasons best known to us. Okay, so you have every liberty to either switch your website to the new system we have on ground. You can contact us on WhatsApp for you to be able to get a little understanding or clarifications. But if you still want to stick with VTPress, this video will help you to do a site migration. So that's the reason why we are making several videos that is targeting users that have VTPress based kind of VT website with us, to follow some videos for technical queries and all that. Okay, now to get started, the first thing you need to do is very simple. You need to go to your admin end. Okay, you must have already existing websites like this. Like I'm just using this for a case study. You must get your what's called buy your cPanel. Okay, you must get what's called go to your hosting company, purchase your cPanel, right? You must have a cPanel account with your hosting company. So you must get these things right. Purchase your cPanel and then also change your DNS possibly to point to your new domain name. Now, we also charge fee for migration. If you want us to do it, if you don't want to follow this video, the fee for migration is 25,000 naira. That is what we charge per website. But if you can be able to be technical enough, you can follow this video to do some parts. Okay, so I'm going to show you those parts you can be able to do perfectly. Now, to get started, first of all, you need to get all the image that is on their website, put it on your desktop. So for instance, the logo of your website is very important. So right now I'm doing everything step by step. So I'm going to just click on this, save this image, locate the particular image where I want to do this backup. So right now, I think this is migration file. So I'm going to put it on the image. This is logo. So I've saved that. Then go back to your admin end, click on media, right? Click on media. You can see media here. So library. So click on this library and then try to back up all the images, right? Back up as many images as possible. So right now, the images that are very important are from your slider. You can see this is your slider section. This is your slider. So this your slider is very important. For those of you that has a VTU website that has a slider, so click on this and then you can see the slider. So I'm going to just select this and then save it. Remember, the system has already given us the directory where to save the files, which of course we previously created. So I'm going to just save all the files in one section. I don't want to skip any part of this video because I want to be as detailed as possible. So I've saved all the files, especially the slider now, not the files, please. So I'm just like trying to save all the files. Now, if you go back to the front page, you see that another image that is there is here. Okay, so you must pick all the images, save it on your system. So let me check some of the images. You can see it now, but I want to take it from the beginning. So I'm just going to take this, even though this image is not there, but I think it's also needed. So you can see this image is here. You may ask me, how do I know? If you go down here, you see image, you can see it here. You can see it right away. So this image is very, very important, okay? So you select, you save. So the next image here is this. This is the image that has to do with like this image here. Okay, this is the image here. This image, these are images, right? So you need to back them up. So make sure you don't skip any parts. So this is the first step. Okay, so take this. If you enjoy value on this video, please subscribe, like and share this video. Okay, so use the link in the description of this video to request for site services. Okay, so this is also image that is included. So this image is also here. So I'm saving every image on the system, so you can see it right away. So this is also there. You may ask me, how do I know that this image is here? If you go down, you will see this. This is an image, right? So I've been able to save that. So I'll go back. The next image is this. This is an image. Can you see it? Okay, so the next image is these little icons. You may ask me, how do I know? Is here. If you go up here, you'll be able to see that this image is here. You can see the images, right? You can see it here. This is images. So that's why I was able to locate it. So make sure you don't skip any parts. That's why this video is technical a little bit, in the sense that if God may give us the strength to may split the video into 2 parts or just 1 part. So stick around with us. So this is also another image. This is for VTU portal setup solution. This image is also included along the side. That is if you retain the VTU portal setup system. That is, this place is say own a VTU website. There is an image there. But if you don't want to include it, you may leave that along. So this image is also included in that say page. So the next thing is the mobile, what's it called? You can see it here, mobile network icons. So you need to also back up this because they are very, very important. So you need to back them up. Remember that this section is on images. You just need to back them up. So I think I'm done with the phone network. So the next thing that I needed to do is to get it on Google Play Store. For those of you that has app on Google Play Store, you understand you need to also back it up. It's very important. If your site has why we are using our property, that's data mobile, is because we don't want to disclose identity of a client on this training. So I think that is all for now on the area of images. Now, the next thing we need to get right is the user end, right? The user. So remember I told you about the user. So we need to back up this user, right? So how do we get it? So we need to go to plugin, then add new. We need to look for a plugin that will enable us to back up user kind of database. So I think I'm going to type a keyword. I don't even have it on there, but it's very important. You know, people don't skip any part of this training. So I don't even have it on the mind, but I'm just like, okay, typing something randomly. Okay. So I think this is it. This particular plugin can do the magic for us. You can see it here, right? So how do I know? You may ask me. Now I want to click on more details and then to look at what that software can do for us. You know, one thing about WordPress is that it has these abilities if you know what's your way around it. So you can see it now, export user custom field. So this is exactly what we need, right? Okay, register date and all that. And what else? Let's look at the screenshots and see what it has for us. Okay, so this is it, okay, this is it. So I think this particular one is okay. So what I needed to do now is to install it. Because it has import and export user custom DB. So I'm just going to install it, and then once I install it, I will activate it. So I've activated that software. So I'm going to just click on where is it right now? I'm going to locate it on the plugin sections. Let me locate it. Okay, you can see it right away. Import and export, right? So let me just click dashboard. Let me know whether it has a menu navigation here. Okay, I think, okay, yeah, look at it here under tools. You will see it import and export. So click on that. So remember we have 70 70, all users is what, 79, right? At the moment on this particular website, you can see it. And then one good thing about this thing I'm teaching you is that if you go to VT Press on the same user dashboard, no matter the balances of the users have, it's going to carry out that's the main thing you should get right. So the user balances, because for instance, you have thousands of users, and then how do you actually know how many balance they have? Not only balance, but transaction histories, right? So this is the reason why it's very important you follow this training. Know why? Because it will help you to not only back up your website, but the transaction history of users is going to be retained after we must have finished this training. So don't skip any part, as I said earlier. So let's go on with the training. So we are going to click on that tools, then click on exports, import and exports. Then here, you pay very good attention. You can see what the stem asks. What do you want to, if click on exports, right? Because we have to export the system first. So you choose the rule, but here leave everything at all, right? Put everything at all. So all you have to do is you just leave everything the way it is and click on download. So the system will prepare the database of the users and then try to export it. So you can see the export is done here. You can see the export. I've already exported it. And then the next thing we need to do is to go to, what's it called? To export. This export is quite different from the one I'm using. So we have to export here. You see this one now is the application we just installed. While this one is to export the entire website. So it's totally different from what I previously did. So click on this export, because if you look here now, let me close this. We don't need this. This is the whole website, right? This is the whole website, as in like your website is this. So we need to export the entire website. So it's totally different from what I did previously. The reason is because you have a landing page, you have some call to action pages. Okay, so we need to get it right. So the next thing we need to do is to click on export. I have clicked on it, then click on all content, then click on download export file. So it will download the XML file. You can see it is downloaded. So quickly, I'm going to just right click on this and then open it, and then copy these two files. And then take it to that particular migration folder and then put it at XML. See it, make sure you put everything in order. So I think this is it. The next thing you should get right is to understand the software plugin that is controlling your website. So click on these plugin sections. Take note of some plugins that are controlling your website. Now, one is a meta slider. This meta slider is responsible for this slider image. This is displaying here. So why was it? I think that's it. Then also we also need this. Now, the next thing we should do is to go to, you have already done the needful by backing up your website files. Now, the next thing is to go to your cPanel. You have, as like the cPanel you have purchased. After the system has propagated, everything is okay. As you can see, this is an empty website. You can see it here. So I'm going to just quickly go to WordPress on my cPanel. You can see it under software. You see it now. You see it under software here. Let's quickly go to your cPanel. Click on WordPress Manager. So once you click on WordPress Manager, you click on install, right? Click on install. So once you click on install, you will put HTTPS this. Okay, then select that particular domain that you want to work on. So I'm going to click on this BLX. That's what I want to work with. Then remove this. By the way, I can train you on web development. That if you're interested, don't mind me. But this is just like more technical, right? So if you need a more detailed training on WordPress, let me know. Let me know on WhatsApp, right? So the name of the site should be what? BLX. Then you give the site description, which is this. Then you put a password that will be okay. So for instance, let me just use this BLX 2023 or 2050. Always remember this. So I'm using BLX 2050. This is admin as the username. So I'm just copying this so that I can be able to remember. So the next thing, depending on your preferences on your hosting, okay, you can easily set up some parameters like backup and all that. That is if you have that function on your hosting. Then the next thing is to put just a random email. Okay. Not a random email, please. You can create this from your file, from your cPanel, this particular email, so that anything goes wrong, you can easily retrieve your WordPress. WordPress is very fast, so we're not looking at WordPress training here, but we're looking at to achieve a particular thing. So we are doing fresh installation on this root domain. You can see nothing is here. Everything is empty. So I'm just going to put every details, make sure everything is correct. As you can see, it's BLX. Okay, this is the domain. This is it. Everything is right. Now I'm going to just hit install. Then allow the system to do the installation for me on this particular domain. So this is just like the first step. So you have installed it successfully. If I go back to the front of the system, I will reload. You can see the BLX is now installed. So if you're enjoying value on this, please subscribe and like and share this video. So the next thing is to go to the admin end. I'm going to go to the admin end. Follow me along this training. Don't skip any part. If you skip any part you are skipping, may be very vital to this. So remember, there is a password I copied before. So I'm going to save it and then resume this video. So I'm just on the admin end. You can see it. If I now go back to the front page, I will reload. You can see that the admin will now be here. You can see it right away here. Right? You can see it right away here. So the very first thing we're going to do on the admin end here is to install some few applications. Okay, so one of the first thing we need to get right is to install the necessary plugin and the framework that controls the landing page. So the first plugin we need to install now is what's it called? The meta slider. Remember, I told you about this on the old website. So this meta slider controls the slide in the interface. So you can see it now, the meta slider that is here. Okay, this particular software. So we need to install it, right? So we need to install it. So it's installing. So after that, we also need to install this. Where is it now? We need to also install this plugin. Where is it? Sorry about that. I'm taking everything gradual. This particular one that enables us to call back the database of each of all the users. So I've also install it. And then the almighty VTPress. We need VTPress, the latest version for this to work, because that's the main thing, right? We need to also install it. So for we to install VTPress, we will do it via cPanel. So go to your cPanel, click on plugin. So you will request for this. There is some certain plugin, but I want to just do the setup. Just click on setup. You must have the plugin with you. So I will install it right away. just install it on that plugin on the cPanel, following this particular section I just did. Now, you need to request for VTPress, the latest version on WhatsApp. Then also, there is also another set of plugins, 3 plugins that you need to request. Each of them worth a lot, but we are charging it at rate of 10K. But if you can figure things out yourself, no problem. Don't pay anything. Just go ahead and figure things out. But if you need the solution, the VTPress, the DV template, the latest version that controls this, which I'm going to show you right away, and also the pricing plugin. So you can see the pricing plugin, this particular plugin that controls this, right? If you need that, it is 10,000. Everything that's for existing clients. But if you are not an existing client, please go and search for the solution on the net, right? How do I know that you're an existing client? Once you send us your website, we know that you are an existing client. Because if you are requesting this, we'll ask you whether you have a website with us. But if you don't, it is a different discussion altogether. So you need a VTPress, you need DV, and also the pricing template, the pricing plugin that control this pricing. So I'm just like installing VTPress because that's the core application that you must get right. Because that's the essence of the whole thing. Because normally every hosting company can back up a WordPress and then push it to another server. But the main thing is all about the VTPress. Now, once you install the VTPress, once you have ordered for it, that's 10K. Pay 10K. Don't ask question, please, because this training is practically free. I don't charge you to learn this. This is practically free on YouTube. So why should you now say, Shedrach, you are charging me? If you don't want me to charge you, figure things out yourself. So here, once you install the solution, right-click it and extract the file. So you can see it, I've extracted it. So delete this one, so you shouldn't have more space on your system. So go back to your back end. So once you go back to your back end, the next thing you need to do is you need this, which is the pricing application, which you can see it right away. So the next thing you need to do, so we shouldn't miss any step, is the DV team, right? So you need DV team as well, because if you go here at this now, you see that it's still bearing the default WordPress install theme. So I already have DV here, so request for it. 3 of this plugin, I'm giving it at rate of 10,000 for any person that is following this tutorial. So if you don't want it, no problem. Go ahead and figure things out yourself. I wouldn't oversay this again. So I've already installed it right now. So the next thing we need to do is to activate the plugins that we have installed. So take it one after the other. Activate this, activate this, activate this. Okay, so activate them first. So I'm going to activate them. I'm going to activate them. So everything is still okay. Then once I will activate VTPress as a plugin. So once you want to activate it, it will take you back to login again, right? So you have to provide your credentials. So let me check my credentials and then I'm going to resume this video. So for those of you that are kind of new to WordPress, contact me. I'm going to help you. Remember that with the time we are creating an account, we put the username as admin, then the password as, you remember the password we defined. So that's just what I got. So I'm just going to click on login. Just going to click on login. So I have logged in. So you can see right away that I'm still in order. Everything is still in order, right? So at this stage, we are going to do a few things, which is what? Remember, the main thing is to get the, what's it called? The VTPress section right and the user section right. So these are the 2 things we need to get right. So I won't worry because of the front end. I'm going to go straight to the main core place where it is very important. Because now, if you have moving the website to a different server, and then your users data dashboard and what's called transaction history and every other thing, you will discover that users will be bombarding with calls. I don't want that to happen. That's why we're tackling this first before we talk about the UI. So once you click on VTPress, the first thing is the user ID, and the activation key. So these are necessary because when you host with us and also run a VT website with us, we give you a license, a VTPress license, lifetime license, right? So if your domain is not with us, you will not enjoy this privilege. So go back before you even do everything. That's why you shouldn't do anything before you watch this video. You must watch it to the end before you start implementation. So you go to your old, like when you are starting the whole thing, so you can see the license that is here. This is what is needed, because without this, the VTPress will not work on your new hosting environment. So I'm going to copy this and then go back to VTPress. That's the new one, okay? And then paste this. Now, people that are watching this now will say, if that being the case, let me go and create WordPress and then do this magic this guy is telling. No, it doesn't work that way, because you need to have the domain with us. If you don't register the domain with us, you can see the instruction the system says. There's no way this is going to work. So once you put this key, then remember your hosting that you are working with, we also have to support VTPress. So some of you that are very keen, I want to move my website, you may end up moving to a particular hosting that doesn't even accept VTPress. Then it become double wahala. So, but I'm doing this training so that everybody will be so Shedrach, my handpit are clean. Nothing is there again. So you shouldn't say, these people are holding my business. Nobody is holding your business. You are on your own now. That if you are implementing this and if you are moving to a different hosting, so please don't come and say that, Shedrach, you are holding my business captive. Nobody holds your business captive. So once you put everything right, you click on activate. And then once your domain is with us, it will tell you activation successfully. This is the first step. So another step you should take is, what's it called? You can go to settings and do your normal settings, set up some parameters. That is on VTPress, right? So I don't want to do this because now the first thing you should do is to choose, okay? Now, if you go to your front end of your website, you will discover that so many things will not be okay at the moment. Like maybe, for instance, some certain things will not be right, but that's not an issue right now. So, but let me just quickly show you something. You can use our playlist here to go through the advanced telecom training, advanced telecom admin training. So this will guide you on what to do to get your website up and running, especially as regards to VTPress. But that's not what we are doing right now. The next thing we need to do after you must have activated the software is to do what? Go to import export, right? Because if you go through VTPress right now, let me just show you something. You discover that we have 0 users, right? We have practically 0 user. And we have to bring back the user, because that's the main thing, because that's the bone of contention. If you go to dashboard here, you discover that we have what's it called, users. You can see it here. Can you see it? So that's the main thing. So how do we get started? It's very simple. All you have to do is to go to tools, then click import export. Then remember we exported before, but here we are now importing. So I'm going to browse that CV file. Remember that the time we downloaded the file, so it is on XML. So I'm going to browse it. This is it. User imports, user exports, and that's the file. So I'm just going to go down, and then click start importing. I didn't say you should touch anything, so you shouldn't go and start Shedrach. Is that should touch? Why is my own not working? So if you do everything correct, you see that system has just automatically imported all of them. Then how do I know? If I go to all users, you'll be able to see that I have what? 80, right? 80 users. And then if I also go to VTPress, I will see that I will have everything the way it is. You can see it. the balances of everything, the transactions, everything. Now, this training I'm doing, it is completely free, and it is like a hacked training in the sense that if you know it, if you have this knowledge, you will not be having worries, because it's very good to back up your system, especially on VT Press, so that if anything goes wrong, you can easily call it back. So if you look at here, we have a balance of this, is the same thing. Now, the next thing we should do is to click in imports under tools again, because remember, we have imported two things, which is we exported two things, which is the home page, the pages, and all that. So install the WordPress to import the normal WordPress, the pages and sections, right? But before we do this, very important, you must go to media, then click on add. Remember, we back up all the images on this on the website. You can see it. So we need to import it, import all the media before we now import the WordPress itself. So click on this migration, then click on images, then select all these images, and then click open. To open all the images, let everything upload. Now, if this thing is too technical for you, as I said earlier, we are charging 25K to do this, right? 25,000. That's what we're charging. If you want us to handle the migration for you. And then if you need the DV template, the pricing template, the VT Press, it is 10,000. That is if you are doing it on your own. And if you say you don't want to pay, Shedrach, I will not pay you this time around. Please do it yourself, right? Do it with this training. It is very simple. You shouldn't come and say that Shedrach said I should pay. Nobody say you should pay. Hold your money and do it. All you need to do is to carry a laptop, then download this video on YouTube, and then begin to learn and begin to practice. If you feel along the line, I wouldn't know what to say, but if you contact us, depends on the need. But if you follow this trend, there's nothing too hidden here. Everything I'm doing here is 100% practical based. Do as I do, and you get the same result. So don't come and say that, Shedrach, I'm not getting it. Nothing is working. Everything is working. So you that are owning a website with us on VT Press based VT website setup system, and you feel like Shedrach is not giving you technical support, or you are not confident with Shedrach and his company, please move your website. Move it. But if you still have the confidence, no problem. You can still retain your website with us. So this is a video. This video is more technical, and I let everything on tour, as in I unveil everything on this video. The reason why I unveil it because I wouldn't want you to say that this guy is holding something. Nothing I'm holding. I remember I'm a full stack web developer, so I drive joy to teach. So you shouldn't say, what is the benefit with this guy showing me all this? What is in for him? Nothing is in for me. I like when I teach. So, and if you enjoy value from this, subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell notification icon so that whenever a video like this is dropped, you'll be notified right away. Then, if you are new to anything VTU technology, DM us on WhatsApp so that we'll get you started, right? So, but if you are not new, you can use this. So I've already imported everything. Now, the next thing is to click on that tools, then click on import. We are rounding up the video. Then run the WordPress because I already installed the WordPress. But before I also run this, very, very important, you must go to the plugin and then check if everything is activated, which is good. The meta slider is here because if you don't do all this checking, and go ahead and the import, the system will break some certain files. So I'm just going to click on run and then click on import and then select migration. Now there's another issue here. Depending on your hosting, if your hosting does not support, like we set up this hosting to support 8 megabytes, as in like the space at which you can import is 8 megabytes. But if your own does not allow that, just quickly go to your cPanel, then locate what's it called? Where is it now? Just follow me along. I'm not too hasty. Once I come to development, I'm very, very careful. So do not be hasty. Okay, follow this training. So if you go to where is it now? Where are you? Where are you? Let me know. Can you help me find it? As if you are here with me. So sorry about that. Let me check. Think is it PHP version? Yes, PHP version. If we select PHP version, it's loading, because you may face this issue. That's why, because if your site is very heavy, maybe up to 2 megabytes, so you click on PHP version, then click on option. Click on option. On this option, you will scroll down. You will see what's it called? Where is it now? Where is it? Okay, you can see it now. Upload maximum file. Can you see it now? If your own is not on a good size, you can easily increase it here to enable the upload of a very big file. So I can even put 1 gig here. So that is exactly what control this. So mine is very okay, because the file that we downloaded previously is just 1.3 megabytes. So I'm going to click on browse, and then click on this migration, then click on XML, then click on this, not this one, but this one. So click open, then click upload file and import. Then wait for it. Depending on the speed of your server, everything will go as planned. But if your server is not that speed-based, that means you may have trouble. So once this thing comes like this, just go down, click on download and import file attachment, then submit, and then wait for it. It's still loading, it's still loading, it's still loading, it's still loading. We are rounding up the video. Yes. Don't skip any part, because this one now is the UI section. The UI is very important. And then on the UI, there are some certain things you need to get right, apart from this. So I'm waiting for it to finish up. You know, this place is very critical. If the server does not carry out the task well, it will fail. So you start all over again. Okay, so everything is okay. You can see it right away. So I will just click on have fun. So let's go back to the front page. Remember, we are charging 25K for this if you want us to do a job for you. So you can see it now. Everything is here now. Now, the next thing we should do is to change the logo. There are some certain things I need to get right. Then I'll leave you for you to go and do practice because we're overteach, right? I've overteach you. So go to DV, click on team option. Remember, we downloaded the logo, right? We downloaded the logo. So I'm going to teach you that. Just click on DV team option. So it's loading. Remember, we have already uploaded some files. So that's why it's taking a little bit time. My network seems to be very slow. Okay, so I'm going to just click on upload, then select the file, which is, I think, I don't know, I think is, where is this? Where did I put that? I think is under download. Where on earth did I put the logo? Remember, I downloaded the logo. I don't know where the logo is now again. Okay, look at it here. So I'm just going to open it. So I'm going to set as logo, then scroll down. What else am I going to use? Then click on this, just small basic settings. Then click on this, then save. So if you go and reload the front page, then it's coming here now, right? So now the next thing is this. Remember, we are trying to achieve something like this. So pay very good attention. So here, if you click here, you will see this is the home page. You can see the home page is coming up. You can see it. Everything, but the home page is not at the default. It's not as like, okay, it's not on the home page. Yeah, right? So how do we call it back? Let it to be on the home page. So how do we do it? That's the bone of contention. This home page. Now go to your pages. Now this thing I'm teaching you what most digital marketers, they are charging like maybe 50K to teach you something like this. But now you're enjoying it free, and I say you should pay just 10,000 to get this the application. You don't want to pay, okay, pay 25K to do it for you. You say no, I won't do it myself. Or Shedrach, I will be calling you to hit you up. Don't call me on the phone and say, how do I do this? Because everything is explained on this video. So click on this, the home page. You can see this is the landing page. So I want you to click on it and load it. That's something I will do, and then do another one, and then we'll be summarizing this video. So here is what I need to do. This thing is not on the place I want. So let me go back to this one I'm doing now is too somehow, but I'm doing it because anything that has to do with WordPress, Shedrach know it like anything. So I'm going to resolve this because I want this to give me the environment that I can be able to do what I want to do before I will now do another thing that I want to do. Sorry about that. What I want to actually do is to change the location of this, right? Change it to a different location. Because if you don't, this time will not actually do what you are supposed to. So I'm going to locate this BLX, right? So I'm going to, what am I going to do here, sir? There's something I'm supposed to do. There's something I'm supposed to do. Because this thing, I want to change the, let me see if I can do it. Let me see if I can do it here. We are doing it together. I'm not posting any video. So you shouldn't say that. This is to view page. Okay, this is, okay. What I want to do right away is to change the URL. I want to change the URL. Because that's what, when we are doing installation, we're supposed to do this, but we could not be able to do it. And that is what we are now having this headache. Okay, so because if you go and change it to be the home page now, or better still, let's do it and see whether it will work. Because I don't want a situation whereby you have issue. But when you are creating your WordPress, installing your WordPress, please put it at a classic, right? Classic. So you can able to do this particular one. So because what I wanted to do right now is to go to settings, go to readings, and then change these readings, and then put it at this. But sometimes if you put it, if you didn't change the URL settings, the system will not be able to call back the home page. Then you will now start facing issue. Okay, fine, it calls it back. But sometimes if you face that kind of issue, you need to put, when you are doing installation of WordPress, you must put it at classic so that you can able to edit and change the interface. So I'm able to do it quickly. Let's go to menu to control the menu navigation. So I'm just going to click on primary. This is where the thing gets a little bit funny. So I'm not going to waste time. So if you want WordPress development training, let Shedrach know. I will guide you. It costs money, just a token amount. I think it's around 30,000 or something to learn WordPress. So learn from Shedrach. But if you say, I know it all, Mr. Know It All, continue knowing everything. So I'm just changing the directory so that it can be able to point where, right? And then save. So I will reload this. So everything is fine. So the next thing now is if you go here, you see here, the section here, up section here is colored, right? And then another thing here is if you go down here, you see every section that matters, you need to make it matters, right? So you need to change this. I'm not doing WordPress development class here, please. So you shouldn't say that, Shedrach, you should be doing everything. How do I do like this? If you don't know how to do it, please pay us. Click on customize. I'm just going to do some few section for you. So I'll leave you to begin to sort yourself out. Now, there's another thing that is very important, which is the slider. So many things. That's why if I ask you to pay, it looks as, okay, this guy, if I pay you, what you want to do, self, maybe just to move like this, do like this. You know, no say web development, no be small thing. Like we have been spending hours now on this training, yet we are still have not accomplished everything. So don't come and say, and if it is fuel, you'll be burning. How much is a liter of fuel in Nigeria now? So please don't come to my DM and begin to shout on my head. I'm not giving chance for that. So use this video to figure things out. I will pay us to make things work for you. So I'm just like doing some certain basic settings for you. Now the color section here, you can use the primary menu. One thing I like in Divi is that it's developer friendly. I've said it over in some of my videos, so I'm still repeating it here. So it's very, very developer friendly and SEO optimized. SEO means that it is search engine optimized. So I'm just changing some parameters just to prove to you that Shedrach know what he's doing. So I've changed the color of the section. You can see it now. Move this one. Okay, so everything is okay. This section. But if you want the color to be blend, then contact Shedrach. Okay, there is certain things we do that makes the color to blend. So let me quickly go to the footer, which is very important. That footer sections, I need to explain that to you, how you're able to change this. You can see it is WordPress. So here, click on bottom bar, then developed by, put your company here. Developed by your company. That is if you have the Divi FEC pricing sections, VTU press, this is what your capability is endless in terms of development. Now, you can see it now, everything is it not the same thing? Is it not the same thing? If you say it's not the same thing, then there is something wrong with you understanding things. So everything is the same. So this is how you migrate your website, Biko. For those of you that are Igbo, Biko, this is how you do it. Now, the next thing is the footer section, which has to do with this section that is here. So I wouldn't go there. That's the reason why some certain things are reserved for developers. So if you want to be a developer, you want to learn how to develop, contact Shedrach, right? Contact me. Okay, so let me teach you how to do development. Also contact us. We're able to do this for 25K. We'll be able to do this. Now, the next thing I will also text, because we have done everything. If you click on login, you can see that I'm logging in, right? Because you may think that, okay, oh, you have done everything. But the environment I was now before, like if you go to login now, register on Data Mobile. Remember, this is Bilex. So the first thing you'll be prompted is to define your this thing, your pin. So I'm using a default pin for here. But if you see here, you see that in your own case, let me just show you something. So you'll be able to, I think I'm going to log in and get back to you. So this is it. I've logged in right now. So I'm going to show you something very important because you may be stuck in between. You say, Shedrach, this is where you teach me work, but there is a section where I reach, the thing can't hook me for neck. So you're not supposed to hook you. Watch me critically. So you'll be able to learn. There's power in learning. So if you click on dashboard, as like, okay, their old sites, okay, let's call it old site now. You see it now. If you go to login VP accounts, you discover that it has a good UI like this. So how is it that my own is now having like the old woman face? How do we sort it out? That's what I want to show you before you finally switch off this video. I know you are not tensed up because I say you should pay, but before you go on to start doing, so it's a bit do, watch to the end. So go back to VT Press as a menu. Go back to VT Press. We want to make everything to look like this. So go back to VT Press. There are some certain things you need to get right. Lots of things. So I may not be able to cover it in this training. So some certain things. That's why it is very necessary. Instead of you to figure things out yourself, either you pay 10K to get the template solution, or you pay 25K for the migration to be done properly. But if you say no, it's a big pass us. You go to figure things out. So if you go here, you go to add-ons, right? Click on add-ons. Click on add-ons. Now just one thing I have to do so that say your site has come back to life. Then you begin to do other things like API integrations. Work they plenty. In fact, so just install this particular this. Don't ask me how did I install it. Rewind this video. Because they pay me now to do this video. They don't pay me since where they watch the video. They never pay me. So why should I now be go hold me responsible? Because nothing he didn't pay me and I'm paying myself for doing this video. So don't come and say that Shedrach, I pay you now. Why are you now fast? Nothing is like that because pay me. So that's the only one solution I installed. I will go to general because this now have to change to this. And that is the main thing. So I'm just going to go to put this and then go back and save. Chicken, you don't finish. If you come here now, reload, you go see say everything done, you go change. No be me wait there for system. Now me now. So this is exactly what you should do right now. So I don't want to waste time on this video. I already wasted time, right? So you begin to learn a lot of things. Because you say things upon things where you're supposed to do on this video. But right now, I'm stopping the video training here. And that is how you can actually migrate your website. Subscribe, like, and share this video. And use this training. It can be someone that owns a VT website with us or someone that doesn't even own a VT website with us. You can use this training to do a lot. Okay, this is we will not be able to take this training down because if the thing there's something we can maybe remove it on YouTube, but right now it is on YouTube. Download it as fast as you can. Like, share this video, subscribe for more technical training like this. And if you want the latest solution that is on board, that is making it going as in like driving, that will drive your telecom business to the permanent site, let me know. And then if you need self-services on this, it's 25,000 for an existing client. Then if you want the DV and the pricing session, because I didn't cover the pricing, okay? I didn't cover the pricing. I purposely don't want to because it's not everything where hunters say in the in the bush that you will take the family. So I didn't cover the prices. I didn't cover some certain things because this is YouTube training. So if you need my self-services on this, 25K. If you need the applications, it's 10K. That's if you want to do it yourself. So use this to migrate your website confidently without having any hassle. Because if you meet any of these cPanel, hosting companies, they may not have this knowledge. I bet you. You will just be running around as if something is wrong. So use this knowledge to migrate your website peacefully without breaking even a dime of anything. And then if you need the self-services, contact us. We'll be happy to help you. All right, my host, Mr. Shedrach. I'm going to see you at the top.